When it comes to warfare, there are few names that echo through history as thunderously as the Roman army. This legendary force was responsible for one of the longest-lasting and most successful military campaigns in antiquity, leaving an indelible mark on the tactics and innovations of warfare. The story of the Roman army is a tale of evolution, adaptation, and sheer dominance. From their early days as a small force of citizen soldiers to becoming a vast professional military machine, they adapted their tactics to match their enemies and the changing times. Let's take a closer look at this mighty army. Before we dive into the details of their strategy and tactics, it's important to understand the foundation of the Roman army. Roman military success was built on a unique system of organization and logistics. Roman society was structured in a way that allowed them to mobilize a large and disciplined fighting force. Rome's political system, which emphasized duty and service to the state, encouraged its male citizens to participate in the army. The Roman army was divided into three branches: the legionary army, the auxiliary army, and the fleet. The legionary army was made up of Roman citizens who served full-time in the military. They were the backbone of Rome's war machine, known for their discipline, training, and adaptability. The auxiliary troops, on the other hand, were recruited from non-citizen residents throughout the empire. These troops often provided specialized skills like cavalry or archery and were crucial in supporting the legionaries. Finally, the Roman fleet was a powerful naval force that controlled the seas, ensuring the safety of trade and troop movements across the Mediterranean. One of the key features of the Roman army was the legion. A legion was the basic unit of the Roman military, consisting of around 5,000 well-trained infantry soldiers. This standardization allowed for a level of efficiency and effectiveness that was unmatched by many of Rome's contemporaries. The legions were equipped with the iconic gladius, a short sword designed for thrusting, and the pilum, a heavy spear used to disrupt enemy formations. This combination of weaponry, along with the soldiers' rigorous training, made the Roman legion a formidable force on the battlefield. In terms of organization, Roman legions were highly structured. They were divided into 6 cohorts, each containing 6 centuries or about 80 men. This structure allowed for flexibility in deployment, enabling commanders to adapt their forces based on the situation at hand. Officers played a vital role in maintaining discipline and executing commands. They were responsible for the training and welfare of their soldiers, ensuring that the troops were ready to face any challenge. Communication and coordination were essential to the Roman army's success. The use of signals such as torches or smoke helped coordinate movements. While messengers relayed important information across the battlefield, maneuvers played a critical role in the tactics employed by the Roman army. The maniple, a tactical formation used by Roman legionaries, is a prime example of this. The maniple was a flexible and adaptable unit that could be used in various formations, allowing the Romans to adjust their tactics based on the enemy they faced. For instance, during the Punic Wars against Carthage, the Romans learned to use the maniple system to great effect against Hannibal's war elephants. By forming a circle with their shields, the Romans were able to protect themselves from the elephants' tusks, while their javelins proved effective against the elephants' handlers. The Roman army's approach to siege warfare was both methodical and innovative. They developed siege engines like ballistae and catapults to break down enemy defenses. But their true innovation lay in their siege camps. These camps, complete with defensive structures and workshops, allowed the Romans to sustain themselves during long sieges, while also producing the materials needed for their assaults. An example of this was the siege of Numantia, where the Romans, under the command of Lucius Mummius, surrounded the city and relentlessly attacked until it fell. Discipline and training were the cornerstones of the Roman military. Roman soldiers underwent rigorous training, learning not just how to fight but also how to work together as a cohesive unit. The emphasis on discipline extended to all aspects of military life, from maintaining their equipment to following orders. This high level of discipline was crucial in maintaining the effectiveness and power of the Roman army. Logistics and supply were critical to the Roman army's success. Rome's advanced road system, including the famous Appian Way, facilitated the efficient movement of troops and supplies. The network of roads allowed the Romans to respond quickly to military situations and maintain supply lines even over long distances. Additionally, the Romans kept detailed records of supplies and equipment, ensuring that resources were used judiciously and waste was minimized. Adaptability was another key aspect of the Roman army's success. As Rome came into contact with new cultures and military tactics, it didn't hesitate to adopt what was useful. 8. For instance, the eagle standards carried by Roman legions were actually inspired by Greek military practices. Similarly, the Romans studied their defeated enemies, often incorporating their tactics and strategies into their own military thinking. This willingness to learn and adapt allowed the Roman army to stay effective over a vast span of time. Engineering and innovation played a significant role in the Roman army's capabilities. From building sturdy bridges to constructing siege towers, Roman soldiers were often called upon to use their engineering skills. They developed tools and techniques to overcome obstacles and create advantages on the battlefield. For instance, the Roman use of casks filled with quicklime to purify water supplies was a simple yet effective innovation that helped prevent disease outbreaks among the troops. The influence of geography cannot be ignored when discussing the Roman army. Rome's location in the Mediterranean enabled them to control key trade routes and project their military power across the region. The Italian peninsula's relatively open Campania, or a Campania, a term for the flat, open country, allowed for the maneuverability of Roman legions, a tactic that contributed to their success. However, the Roman army also had to contend with the challenging terrains of the Alps and the mountainous regions of northern Italy, which demanded specialized equipment and skills from their soldiers. Rome's military victories led to the acquisition of vast territories, each with its own set of challenges. Managing these diverse lands required a sophisticated system of administration. Roman governors and magistrates were appointed to oversee the provinces, ensuring that they paid their taxes and followed Roman laws. The Roman army played a crucial role in maintaining order and defending the borders of this vast empire. As the Roman Empire grew, so did the diversity of its army. Soldiers came from various conquered territories, bringing with them different languages, cultures, and military experiences. This diversity enriched the Roman army, providing a broader range of skills and perspectives. However, managing such a diverse force required sensitivity and skill to prevent potential conflicts from arising. Undoubtedly, one of the most famous battles involving the Roman army was the Battle of Zama. This decisive engagement in 202 BC marked the end of the Second Punic War between Rome and Carthage. Led by the brilliant Roman general Scipio Africanus, the Roman army faced Hannibal Barca, the legendary Carthaginian general who had previously achieved stunning victories. The battle was grueling, but Scipio's strategic acumen and the superior discipline of the Roman troops eventually led to a decisive Roman victory. This triumph secured Rome's dominance in the Western Mediterranean and established it as a major power on the world stage. But the story of the Roman army isn't just about battles and tactics. It's also about the innovations that kept Rome at the forefront of military technology. One of the most enduring symbols of the Roman army is the aquila, the military standard carried by each legion. It's more than just a symbol. The aquila represented the legion's identity and its valor. Losing an aquila in battle was a disgrace, and great efforts were often made to recover these standards if they were lost. The eagle was more than just a piece of metal. It was a representation of the courage and unity of the soldiers under its protection. The Roman army's legacy is a rich tapestry woven with threads of discipline, strategy, innovation, and sheer tenacity. Their rise to prominence wasn't just due to brute force, but to a sophisticated blend of organization, adaptability, and respect for their adversaries. As we've explored their tactics and battles, we've seen how the Roman army evolved, learning and incorporating new ideas as they expanded their empire. Their story is a testament to the human capacity for strategy, cooperation, and innovation in the face of adversity. From the famed legions to their distinctive eagles, the Roman army left an indelible mark on history. Their influence can still be seen in modern military practices, and their legacy continues to fascinate historians and military strategists alike. The story of the Roman army is an epic saga of courage, strategy, and endurance. Their tactics and battles continue to be studied, their innovations celebrated, and their legacy honored.